Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. As always, it's me, Ivan, and today we're checking out one of the latest versions of the San Martin SN0144. And this one brings a couple of fresh updates that I think you're going to like. We've got a brand new Jubilee style bracelet that, as you'll see later on in the video, is absolutely incredible. And then there is the dial. San Martin calls it rabbit hair, and yeah, it's a real eye catcher. So without any further delay, let's get into it. The first thing I want to get out of the way is the price. As you might have guessed, this San Martin is available on AliExpress, and it's definitely on the less affordable end of what you'll find there. It goes for about $350 US, and while that may sound a bit expensive, I'm telling you, you won't find many watches in the same price range that can compete with it, and I'll share exactly why in the next few minutes. On top of that, if you use some of the discount codes I've left in the description and pinned comment, you should be able to save at least 30 bucks. So if by the end of this video you feel like you need one of these in your collection, make sure to give them a try. As usual, the next thing I would like us to go through are the dimensions. Since the case design is almost identical to the previous SN0144 models I've reviewed here on the channel, the dimensions remain unchanged. The case diameter is 39mm, the lug-to-lug is 46.5, and we've got that slim 10.1mm profile. Lug width is 20mm, and the weight of this model, sized for my 17cm or 6.7 inch wrist, is 126 grams. Guys, just like the other SN0144s, the wearability is fantastic, and in fact, this one is even slightly more comfortable thanks to the new bracelet. Alright, since I've mentioned the bracelet a couple of times already, let's take a closer look at it. You guys know I'm a bracelet guy, and ever since San Martin posted photos of this one on social media, I've been impatiently waiting for its release. Well, now that I finally got it in hand, I can tell you, it hasn't just met my expectations, it's exceeded them. It's a 5-link Jubilee style bracelet, fully articulating with female end links, and the build quality and finishing are simply exceptional. One thing I absolutely love is that all the edges of the individual links are beveled, which not only adds to the overall comfort, but also gives the bracelet a much more premium look. And yes, even the undersides of the links are beveled, which just adds even more comfort on the wrist. Guys, the clasp has also been redesigned, or better said, refined, especially the on-the-fly adjustment mechanism, which now features a button release and works in a way that's quite similar to what you would find on an Omega clasp. You get about 5mm of fine-tuning, which is less than what the previous clasp offered, but it's thinner and it still works really well. So yeah, if you're looking for a watch with an amazing bracelet and a great clasp, you're definitely going to be very pleased with this one. Moving on to the design, yes, it's still an original San Martin design, and as I said earlier, the case shape is pretty much the same as what we've seen on previous SN0144 models. And that's a good thing, because it's fantastically well made and finished. The only real difference lies in the lugs and the bezel. San Martin describes it as a reverse arc design, and while it's a subtle change, it does make the case look a bit sleeker. To be fair, I think both case designs look amazing, but let me know in the comments which one you prefer. Now, the finishing, as I'm sure you've already noticed, is flawless. Brushed flanks highlighted by polished bevels, and it all flows beautifully into this new bracelet. Next, let's talk about the second big thing here, which is, of course, the new dial. Guys, it's still inspired by the 8 famous porcelains of the Song dynasty, and San Martin describes the texture as teacup rabbit hair, and you can see why. The fine streaks running through the surface give it a brushstroke-like effect, and combined with the sunburst finish, it absolutely pops under direct lights. In addition, the execution is flawless, and the result is a diode that's both subtle and visually striking at the same time. The hands have also been slightly updated. They are now a bit more rounded compared to the previous version, and I think they suit the dial really well. As for the hour markers, San Martin went with Chinese numeral characters except at the 3 and 9 o'clock positions, where you get simple baton markers instead. And thankfully, there is no date window, which keeps the dial beautifully clean and symmetrical. Now here's what the dial looks like in the dark. The lume of choice is still Super Luminova BGW-X1, and it performs really well, as expected. But what really impressed me is the overall look of the dial at night, especially with those Chinese numeral characters glowing. It just gives the watch a unique and almost artistic presence in low light. Last but not least, let's talk about the movement. As you may have noticed, San Martin has been using the Miyota 9 series in a lot of their higher end models lately, and that's exactly what we've got here. Specifically, it's the Miyota 90 S5, which is part of their premium automatic line. You're looking at 24 joules, a 42-hour power reserve, and it beats at 4 Hz. In terms of accuracy, Miyota rates it between -10 to +30 seconds per day, which is a bit of a broad range, but mine has been running just 5 seconds slow, and I'm more than happy with that. Overall, guys, this is a solid, reliable, and accurate movement, and I don't remember if I've said it before. I'm pretty sure I have, but I would take this over an ETA 2824 or a Sellita SW200 all day, every day. So, to wrap it all up, this new version of the San Martin SN0144 brings a lot to the table. You're getting a premium Miyota 90 S5 movement, superb case finishing, a truly exceptional bracelet, and one of the most interesting dials San Martin has ever released. Now, I know, $350 might sound like a lot for a Chinese-made watch, but guys, keep in mind that the movement alone costs about a third of that price. The rest goes into the build quality, materials, and design, which in my opinion rival watches that cost a lot more. And that's why I believe this watch is absolutely worth its asking price, and if you like it, I think you should definitely check it out, or some of its other variations such as the mother of pearl models which are about to be released. Thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this new SN0144, or if you've picked up any of the previous versions. And if you want to see more San Martin content, be sure to check out the playlist. I've reviewed quite a few of their models on the channel. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.